What's up, campers? What if I told you that I'm gonna try to replace everything in my camping setup along with the table and this box with this box, which is the Wild Journey Magic Kitchen. Let's check it out. So before we get into it, I just want to say that Wild Journey sent me this box. All I had to do was pay for the shipping. Took about a month to get here, but it finally got here, and I actually like this thing a lot more than I initially thought I was going to. So this is basically an all-in-one camping box that you can just roll up to camp with this and have everything you need, including chairs, a table, 2 burners, as well as a bunch of utensils. Let's get into it. So first and foremost, if you look at Wild Journey's TikTok, they have a bunch of videos about their fabrication as well as their assembling in the factory in person, and it all looks super legit. The entire thing is made of stainless. It weighs about 55 pounds completely loaded, meaning everything is on board: dishes, bowls, pans, burners, as well as these really sturdy stainless chairs that I was really impressed with. I've only gotten into this one time before on TikTok Live, so this is the second time. This is real world usage right now. So on the outside, as you can see, the design as far as packability, even the carrying handles that are super sturdy fold down. When you roll it up to the top, there's also 2 wheels, so you can hold this and drag it around, as well as these legs. So let's get into it. So one thing I noticed is you are gonna need a flat surface. So let's go into this area where it's a little bit more flat. And then the first thing you're gonna do is open these latches, lift up the wings, and then pull down this first. Watch this. Boom. One. As you can see, there are rubber legs, so when it's sitting on stuff, it's not just on metal. Pull up the back, same thing. Boom. And then it has additional legs to give you a little more height. One side, second side. There we go. We're gonna open these arms, lock them in. Other side here. And if you just need a table, there you go. This is your table. Now you might be like, Roland, where's all the other stuff you promised? Check this out. The way that Wild Journey designed this is completely genius. This is gonna pop out. Look at that clearance right there with the pots and pans. This area then flips open. There's your first burner. And before we do anything crazy, you're gonna unlock this bottom latch right here by pressing this button. Down comes this. We're gonna lock this in, lock this side in right here. On board down here is your cutting board and a windscreen that fits perfectly in the slots right here. So of course, we wanna make sure everything's locked out, so this thing's gonna be sturdy right here. You have your gas line hooked up right in here. Comes down and around. Oh, there you go. So you can hold your gas down here. This is gonna use isobutane. That's your first burner setup right here. Coming over to the other side, they have this design so that your other burners here on all their videos, which you would think could be over there, but this is another place they have it. You could just put it right on top of the table as well. But it also comes with, it's kind of like a pocket rocket. I have the pocket rocket small one, but this is a big burner. Check this out. Folds open, all 3 sides, tripod burner system. Clicks out, and then the legs come out right here. Both burners also have self-ignite. They have it right here. I'm probably gonna use it up here. This can be just another area if you need to put dishes, cups, but also there's this huge storage compartment right in here that there's nothing in. So this does not come yet with forks, knives, and spoons. It does come with chopsticks. Eventually we're gonna fill this stuff up with things like spices, but there also is more storage on that side that we'll get into, but I just wanted to show you this pocket rocket style giant stove. And as you can see inside here, these are chairs, which we'll get into, but I have the gas stored in here as well. There's so much storage in this whole thing. So coming up to the main workspace now that we have this opened up, Like I said, I have not used this. This is the maiden voyage. This is what tripped me out. We're gonna open this pot right here, right? This bay is occupied with the pot. This bay is occupied with the stove that folds down, but you do have storage here. And you also have storage in here. And all this stuff inside here, it comes with. We'll get into that in a second. First thing you have, the two main pots. This is like hex clad. It is Wild Journey's brand itself. They probably had to manufacture everything custom to fit with this system. Seems super duper solid. Comes also with this big pot with a lid that folds and it does vent right there. Comes with two ladles, one solid, one straining ladle, 4 small bowls for rice. I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. You might need to turn the thermostats on. 4 bowls for rice, 1 serving bowl. Also, this is all stainless. 4 bowls slash plates, and it's kind of a hybrid. It's deep like a bowl, but it's also flat like a plate. So I like this. So it can be either or. Also stainless, 4 of them. And on the inside, it comes with a strainer, and this strainer obviously sits above the water and the feet are in here. So let's get into here. Also comes with a spatula scooper, rice scooper, a kind of cleaver style stainless knife. It comes with 1 spoon, serving spoon actually, but not eating spoons. It comes with chopsticks, 4 sets of chopsticks. I think there's talks right now. I'm talking with the brand. They're asking, would Americans like forks and knives and spoons? I'm like, probably, but that probably won't deter anybody from buying it. They're not buying this for the forks and spoons. They're buying this for the packability. I think that's when I saw this video, that's what I wanted. Something to replace all that stuff with all this stuff. And also this detachable clink clink handle that just pops on to this bowl, and it's super solid. This ain't going nowhere. Main burner, boom, right here. So on the TikTok live, a lot of people were asking, how tall is it? I'm 5'11", comes up to about here on me, right the middle of my thigh, a little bit below my waistline. Honestly, it feels like a good cooking surface and height for me. If you're gonna be 6 feet and over, it might be a little low for you, but also, check around here, the table has to stay low because under here, I almost forgot, which is like my favorite part, there are 4 chairs under here. 4 of these chairs. I thought these were gonna be like super flimsy, but these are also stainless, and I'm a big dude, and these things are solid. I have no problem just going around on that. Whereas when I saw the chairs, I was like, they're probably aluminum. I'm not gonna feel sturdy on them, but these things are super solid. So the height of the table is also so people can eat at it while you're cooking on that side. So you don't want it to be able to be too high. Maybe other versions, they will make higher ones, but this is perfect compromise for cooking. And also if you have people sitting and eating like hibachi style almost. So because this is brand new today, we're actually just gonna wash and rinse everything it came with. And then we're actually gonna cook our first meal tonight. We're gonna do some yakisoba stir fry. We're gonna use the steamer for some shopao and some dumplings. And we'll see how this works in the real world. I have high hopes, so let's see. All right, we got all the stuff washed. As you can see, we have a ton of crap out here right now. People are probably gonna ask, these lights did not come with the kitchen setup. We can go into more of that if y'all want to. But there's so much space on here. Because we're doing like a yakisoba, I usually just make my own sauce marinade for the noodles and vegetables. So I have all the stuff on here. This isn't a cooking video, but if you guys want, you can comment and maybe I'll drop my recipe. It's not a secret or anything. But all my sauces right here, as you can see, I'll walk you around so you can see how much space there is on this table. So check it out. Got the wok and pan here. All my spices ready to go in there. Obviously, these don't live in this system, but it's nice to just have them right there, ready and available. Got some fried garlic. This is brand new. We don't need this much, but I just brought it. Got them gnocchi mushrooms, enoki mushrooms. Shelby's prepping the veggies, and then we'll get cooking on here. Plenty of room on this thing. I mean, all this crap on the table, chaos. Also this little area down here. Shelby busted out one of the chairs, and so far so good. Super fun. I have the other burner right here, which will probably do the we will do the shopao and dumplings on, probably all in one thing. So once we start cooking a little bit, we'll check back in. Beautiful view over here of the lake and the moon. Anybody's wondering, this is Dixon Lake in Escondido, California. But on the other side of the mountain, we are not far from the city. So even though it feels like we're a little bit out here, if you walk over, that is Escondido, California down there. So you can be at a 7-Eleven in like 10 minutes. So this is by no means dispersed. There's a bathroom right there, but can't beat that backdrop. Going east right there. Got the Snow Peak 10 out. Beautiful. All right, we'll check it in a bit. Crack open another beer. Iced tea. Iced tea. All right, real quick, there's a lot of shrink wrap on this entire box. It was on the outside, but also on the strainer. So double check everything because we almost missed this. So lighting the burners here, I reached out to Wild Journey and they said that the big burner has 7.8 kilowatt hours, which equals about 26,600 BTU on the British thermal scale. And the small one has 3.5 kilowatt hours, which is almost 12,000 on the BTU scale. So like I said, this isn't going to be a cooking YouTube, but this is kind of like my recipe for general stir fry of this yakisoba. First, throw in some sesame seed oil, which is key when you're doing any type of Asian dish. Soy sauce, then I got the onions and the carrots in there. Add about half the seasonings, and then you'll see later in the video I add the other half of the seasonings. Throwing in some broccoli. We put the legs on the steamer right there. Look at Crinkle just sniffing away. He absolutely loves this. Next, we're going to throw in some fish oil after we put in the broccoli, and this fish oil was the expensive one. I just thought I'd try it out. Next is some lime ponzu sauce. This actually ends up being like the sour component to the sweet, sour, and tangy. And I like to put some honey in for the sweet component. This is just like regular honey. You can get fancy with it, do some lavender honey or something, but just regular old honey. And last but not least, some oyster sauce in here. And like I was saying, half the ingredients go in now, and then the other half of the ingredients go in later. I actually did add some powdered ginger to this. I don't know if that shot made it in. I don't know where it went. Then basically stir it up. And I tend to go, when I'm seasoning, especially when I'm cooking something like this, just based on how it smells. You know it's going to taste right when it smells right. I don't know if that makes sense, but adding in the mushrooms at the end because they're going to cook the fastest. And finally, we're going to add in the noodles, which are basically yakisoba noodles that are refrigerated. So they're not dried noodles. We don't have to rehydrate them or boil them. And I tend to think that if you can get noodles like these are going to be the best way to go. Stir it up, getting on ready to be done here. Do a quick little taste test. And look at that steaminess. This stove has so much power. It's amazing. Yeah, as you can tell, they're good to go. Serve it up. I actually should have fried these a little bit more, but hey, we were super hungry. Walk over to the steamer. As you can see, we're using the other burner, and money shot right here. Everything steamed beautifully, perfectly. Someone asked if you can make tamales in here. I'm going to try it. You might use a lot of gas, might need to bring a lot of gas, but I'm going to try making some tamales in here. It'll definitely reheat some tamales easily, but like you can see, the gyoza and the shopao were just perfect. And something that we tried for the first time was adding fried garlic to the top. Excellent, excellent idea that we had. Super good. Just make sure everybody at camp has it so you're not the only one with garlic breath. Boom. So all in all, a super pleasant cooking experience. Plenty of room, plenty of space. And for the maiden voyage meal, everything went according to plan. So far, loving it. It's nice to have a steamer too. Super dope. The shopao is super nice steamed. All right, what's up? The next morning, everything went really smooth with the kitchen set up right here. Did some coffee on it this morning. I wanted to put the jet boil on here when it was hot. Nothing happened. It was freshly hot. not even a circle stain or anything. Also wanted to put some pressure on here to see if I can put the cap on, if this was gonna be sturdy, and it totally was. So, all right, so now it's time to put this thing away. Now that we have it completely clean, basically all this stuff on top of this table is gonna fit inside to this system. So let's do it slowly. First of all, we got the steamer on the inside in here, and we're gonna pull this to the side. The way that this is designed, check this out. Once the handle is off, it fits perfectly inside here to like literally millimeters of clearance right there. Then everything else is gonna go inside this bowl, this pot. This little compartment here for storage is gonna fit the longer things. This guy's gonna fit perfectly right in there. I'm also gonna put the 2 ladles in here. Let's see, I'm gonna throw the chopsticks in there as well. Actually, there's a rubber band here from the chopsticks, just so it's not clinking around in the back as much. I'll put these around. All right, chopsticks. And then everything else, including the handle, it's gonna go inside here. Close this down and put it inside here. What's cool is this handle folds down, so he's gonna fold it up. Stick it right here, fold that down. They're actually thinking about having this come with forks, spoons, and knives, but so we're gonna put our full Windsor stuff in here. And there's plenty of other storage too. So we decided to keep some things from our old setup. This little heat resistant spatula thing, which is from Daiso. We're gonna keep the cheese grater thing. And these are all going in this side pocket right here. This is completely empty. Nothing goes in here that fits when it comes. So this is perfect to put all of our extra little things. It does come with the ladle, but I'm gonna keep this plastic ladle just because I really like it, and it has measuring on the inside. It's also gonna go in there. Wine opener, of course, in here. This is gonna go, I'll show you where the storage of this is gonna go. Scrubby is gonna go also in here. A little cleaner. Oh, of course, the knife as well is gonna go in this pocket. So when you look in here, the storage is actually really nice. We're gonna close that down. Don't put anything in here because this burner is gonna fold into that spot. So you could probably put some flat things in there, but we're just not gonna chance it. Once we take off the windshield, fold this up, as well as the cutting board. Shelby actually noticed there is a garlic scraper here on the cutting board, which is pretty cool, you know. This is gonna go, we're gonna drop down here, and let's see if I remember this correctly. This is gonna go in this little slot, and then the windscreen is gonna come on the front side of this. So when you swing it up into that little sleeve, so when you swing it up, it doesn't hit. Just make sure it's good like that. Already unlocked these. This is gonna be the coolest part. This whole thing swings up and closes. Also, look at the clearance is like literally a millimeter or 2 right here. This is all perfectly designed to fit well together. This has a coil for your hose, so it's not gonna be flapping around right here. It sits seated right here in this little U-shaped thing. Unlock the legs here. This is gonna fold up, and it'll stay like that. And if you come down here at the bottom side, this little hole is gonna latch shut. So we're gonna put this like this, close it. Then this little trigger right here, we're gonna press it in. Now it's locked. It's not gonna come down. This is the craziest part. This is the clearance that this thing has. Super easy slide in. Boom. All right. But wait, before we close it, we're gonna put the chairs in, because the gas and the stove and the chairs fit in this bottom compartment with probably stuff to spare. So while it's open, take the chairs. I think there's one in there already. They fit perfectly. I'm gonna do 2 one way, 2 the other way, just to see if it's easier. I haven't had a problem, but I just feel like it should balance out more like that. Before I put the 4th chair in, I'm gonna drop in our 2 isopros from the top. Or maybe I should have done it before. Or from the side here. This was nice, cool having this little table here to put the coffee stuff, but then we can drop in from this side. There we go. 1, 2, 3. This is that other burner. Also gonna drop in there. Whoops. So under here, there's still a lot of room to put more stuff, but that's what we're gonna put in there for now. We're gonna throw the last chair in. Boom. There we go. That fits perfectly. The clearance. Boom. And then once you get to here, you're gonna wanna take this lever, pull it down, and then that's gonna lock in. So you're good to go there. Swing around the back side here. Oops, okay, so there's the system. See, keep watching there. I'm gonna open this one time real quick because there's a whole nother storage area here. I'm just gonna throw these plastic bags and we have some spices in there. So boom, that's gonna go in there. Now let's close it. And then this side folds up. Oops, gotta open this. I really do like how these handles fold down for storage in the car. Just for that. This is the cool part. What you can do is just lift it up, kick these in, and then kick this like that, and it's gonna come down on itself. Cool. Same thing with this side. You should probably kick these in first, but it's gonna come down. And then it's gonna sit flat. And so now that it's flat, we're gonna close the sides, unlock the things here. What's up, Quinky? Boom. Unlock, unlock. Then around here, we're gonna latch it up. These latches aren't super tight, they're just enough to keep the whole system inside. Oh shoot. Alrighty, I think I might have got to scoot the chairs over a little bit. There we go. So the chairs have to be in there securely, very specifically in their right spot. That still didn't do it. There we go. Boom. Just had to adjust the chair on a little bit. So there's zero room for air when packing this thing, which is why it packs up so compact. And then you're good to go. That's it. The handles pop out. You can carry it, put it in your vehicle. And the reason why you fold the table wings down after is because they're what's going to keep these closed, the legs. And there you go. You're good to go. So there we have it. That's the Wild Journey Magic Kitchen in a box, basically. It's going to replace all this stuff, including the box for all of usual camping cooking stuff and the table. So yeah, we're excited to make some extra room in the car. This thing is extremely fun to cook on, super vibey camp vibe, and it's super compact. The chairs are awesome. We used almost every feature last night. I'm going to be making a lot of content on this thing. This is just the initial review. So far, so good. I'll be talking to the brand and I'll have a link for this soon. And at the time of recording this, I actually do have a link for y'all. I will drop it in the description. And just a reminder, I do make commissions off that link and they ship through AliExpress. It did take a month to get here though. So if they could get shipping a little quicker, of course, here in the States, we're used to things coming yesterday, basically. So I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Then on my next trip, if you want to see something of how it's used, I can do those videos and answer those questions. Remember, keep it safe, keep it clean, keep yourself informed. Like, subscribe, and follow for more camp stuff. Later, y'all.